Neta Watson. My life hasn't been an easy life, but it's been a blessed life. My dad was in Vietnam, struggled immensely with PTSD, depression, so he wasn't exactly a great role model, even though he tried to be there for me the best that he could. My mom was very abusive to me. She struggled with drugs, alcohol. She dated a guy that sexually abused me for several years, and when I was 11, I had finally came forward about being sexually abused. My mom chose him over her daughter, and the state finally intervened and took me away from my mom permanently and placed me with my grandparents. One day I actually went to church with a friend of mine. For some reason at that service, that's when it all clicked. And I had this overwhelming sensation that it was time. It was time for me to put all my faith in God. Many people think that once Jesus is your Lord and Savior and you turn your life over to God, that everything's gonna be a bed of roses, and that's the furthest from the truth. It was a couple of years after that my cousin, who was also like a sister to me, was killed by her husband. Then I got pregnant with my youngest daughter, who, when I was 3 months pregnant, they told me that I would not carry her to term. And I looked the doctor dead square in the eye and said, God didn't let me get pregnant with this little girl for me to take her. And it was in that moment that I realized I needed to put my faith back in God. And I prayed like I had never prayed before. And miraculously, despite all odds, I carried her to 8 months. She was born a month early, 6 pounds, 2 ounces, healthy. My oldest son struggled with depression, epilepsy. He was a paranoid schizophrenic and bipolar, and he was in and out of mental hospitals. They told me that he was no longer fit to be part of society and placed him in a group home. Watching my oldest son battle the things that he battled was one of the hardest things ever. But through it all, he taught me unconditional love, patience. My second to last conversation that I had with my son, he told me, he's like, Mom, he goes, God's so good. Despite everything that he had been through in his life, knowing that he could count on God to get him through it was amazing. My dad calls me one day, and he had asked me if I had heard from Brandon. And I had explained to him I hadn't talked to Brandon in about a week. And he had told me, he said, I can't get a hold of him. So I called the police department to do a safety check on him, like I had done dozens of times before. And something in my heart told me that this time it was going to be different. And the cops had informed me that when they got there, they had to use force entry, and they found my son deceased. And to say that my world was knocked upside down is an understatement. And truth be told, if it wasn't for this church, I would have went into such a deep, dark place that I can't even begin to tell you where I probably would have went. I've always wanted to be baptized because it's the most important decision that you can ever make in your entire life, to make that commitment to have Jesus Christ and God in the center of your life, and to proclaim Jesus is the one that died for you, and to let other people know that despite the struggles that this life is going to throw at you, if you give your life over and proclaim Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, that the peace that you will feel is like nothing else in this entire world.